How do we constantly remember these troubled times that only God's plan for salvation will work? How do we even remember God, and how do we think of God? Is God this authoritative figure going, I'm watching you, I'm onto you, and I've got your name and your number? I mean, it's very strange. I grew up in a culture where it seemed like God was watching you, like a giant cop, writing down all the things that you're going to get fined for on that day when you finally get out of here. It was like, then it's like, haha, you're done for now. And it's like, how could this all-pervading love have judgment within? You know, love doesn't have that judgment. It's just love. And, but we are. We think God's judging us, but maybe that's why we think it's okay to judge other people or ourselves. And remembering who you are, and not taking anything personally here is it's a practice. It's a tough one, and just to remember that you are always held in love, and if you want to see it, all there is love. I remember myself and a friend. We were in Dublin, and I was meeting her, and she was very sensitive. And I was locking my bicycle, and there was these two drunken people, beggars, and they were shouting at each other, a man and a woman, and she was like, rah, 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 and he was like, rah, 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 and they were just shouting back and forth, and it was so interesting, because I was just like, I could just see all this love between the two people who were shouting at each other. But my friend, who was the other side of them, where I was locking my bike, she was the other side, and she was just like, oh, and I was like, it's just love. That's how they communicate. That's their language, and everyone has their place where their language of love. And when people have had a really tough life, or they've had a kind of different kind of upbringing, we may think that they're not being loving when actually they are. And it's that judgment thing, presuming that everyone should behave the same way as us. It's just mental. Diversity. Oh, look, another lovely army helicopter. In my beautiful friend's house today, and been going off now to do a healing session on somebody, which I'm looking forward to. And I just had this notion to turn on the camera and see what happened, and that's what happened. So, yeah.